A very fun and quite time-consuming exercise in going from profession to professionalism is to be really good at something. And being really good at something, dygtig as we call it in Danish, requires three things. The first thing is technique, number two is methodology, and the third one is persistency. So technique is a thing that you can learn in a very short time. It's like riding a bicycle or cracking an egg to make an omelette, or it could be understanding math, drawing the numbers from 1 to 10 with an X and so on. So it's kind of like the techniques are the key that people will give you so that you can open the doors. Like lighting a fire, if you know how to do it, it's very, very easy. But if you don't know how to do it, it might take you like 10,000 years. So we should give each other the techniques because that's kind of like cracking the codes of life. When you have the techniques, you need to spend 10 years or 10,000 hours if you want to be really, really professional and good at something. So the methodology is your way of cracking an egg. It's your way of bicycling. It's your way of lighting a fire. It's your way of doing math. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of persistency, which means don't quit on a bad day. That's the definition of persistency. So you can look back, look at your life and say, okay, where have I spent a lot of time? If you spend a lot of time playing PlayStation, I'm sure that you are an expert, you're professional at playing the PlayStation. If you have spent a lot of time sitting in meetings, being awfully bored and pretending to care about your boss's vision, then you maybe should be a monk for the rest of your life, because that's an expertise of persistency and being bored that you have learned to manage, that you could probably use very well as a monk if you want to go into Zen Buddhism or something. So while looking back into your life and saying, okay, what can I already do? That's kind of your gasoline that you can use for your engine for the future to become more professional at something. I myself have always dreamt of being better at drawing. So I have set out in my life to become a better illustrator. And luckily it is so that you're on the internet and with different apps that you can actually get these little tutorials. So this is what I did yesterday. And these are kind of like little drawings of how you do shadow work. And then my 9-year-old Hugo is sitting next to me because he also wants to be better at drawing. So this is something that I did with my kids, where we say, okay, what would we like to master in January, February, March, which could be everything from making the world's best pizza to jumping on the trampoline, doing somersaults, which I really suck at, I might add. Or it could be drawing like this. So acquire as many techniques as possible. You should be a Renaissance person and choose something where you could be really passionate about. And maybe you're 80 years old and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna die. But no, you might have 20 years left to live in. So you can really be good at mastering maybe 4 or 5 things. You could sail, you could do the tango, you could learn a language. And by doing that, by being more skilled, you'd sleep better at night, you'll have much more fun, and you will move the world in a more professional direction.